What is up, my friends? Wow, it looks like I am a floating head. Can you see that I'm not a floating head? All right, I'm late on getting in here, but you know what? At least I'm on here, and I've got my cute dangly earrings. So I want to go over today's BOGO. They're really an important set of oils that they're going to give you today, and it's by a Frankincense, and you get Neroli free. Now, those of you who've ever heard my Neroli stories, like, you'll know why this is such an amazing combo. Let's see if that's too high. Bring it down here. Yeah, I'll bring it down here so you can see. Anyway, so frankincense, the touch rollers are what we're talking about right now. And how many of you have ever gotten to a space where you are down on yourself and you're starting to feel like all those lies coming up, like you're starting to talk really mean about yourself? I just heard a Facebook Live of someone else who was talking about these, and it's so true. Like, frankincense is an oil that on the emotional, energetic level is going to help us to release those lies and to really step into the truth of who we are. And isn't that why we're here? I mean, you come here and you're all perfect and you're a baby, and like all through the years we start picking up these lies of things that we are and that we're not. Like, especially body issues for those of us who, you know, I don't want to say getting up there in age, but those of us who have ever had body image issues. And you know what? That could be 12 years old. It doesn't matter. And so frankincense this month is coming in a roller mini. It's got some fractionated coconut oil, but I want to read to you some of the physical things that it does, because for me, frankincense is a game changer. Frankincense is one of those oils that I use all the time for skin. I mean, it is legit. It is real. It goes on my face every single day. And I mean, I don't have perfect skin, but I really do love my skin. And it's because I'm using these essential oils and I'm not using toxins and chemicals and fillers and all this nasty garbage on my face every day. Like, I keep my skin really well loved on, and I use frankincense, and it's in a lot of the skincare that we use. And so as I'm rubbing it on, I'm breathing it in, which, what does that do? Who remembers? It is that form of affecting the brain, because we're smelling it. And when we smell it, we get all those yummy endorphins, and we get that switch in our emotional system. And we get that going back to where we actually feel powerful. All right, I might lift you up here again, just because I want to. Okay, that's better than I'm like looking down. So anyway, that is frankincense. Obviously, there's some other uses. So frankincense helps with depression and anxiety. So under your tongue, apply to the pulse points, right? We talked about pulse points being like all the points you would put on your perfume. Don't do perfume. It's a hormone disruptor. Don't do it. Alzheimer's, dementia, cellular function, pain and inflammation. So taking this in the morning and rolling it on my neck, my back, like places that have normal pain, it's a huge deal for pain and inflammation. Anyways, remember, you want it close to the brainstem, because you want access to the brain so that it can affect the brain. Parkinson's, cancer, like all these different things that are assisted. I can't say it cures or does anything like that, but it helps to assist the body in healing itself. So that way those issues aren't, you know, quite, I don't know how else to say it, whatever. I want to tell you the frankincense story as far as the emotions go. And frankincense reveals deceptions and false truths. And so some of you might be thinking, oh, does that like help like me know if my husband's like lying to me? No, that's not what it's for. It's so that when you are talking to yourself, you're using truth to define who you are. So as you're doing your declarations, or maybe you're doing declarations in reverse, and you're telling yourself how you're falling short this month, and how you're not being a good enough mom, and how you wish your belly were flatter, and how your thighs are too jiggly, and how all these different things, right? Frankincense is an oil that you can use to help to put yourself in a better light. So it invites individuals to let go of lower vibrations, lies, deceptions, and negativity, and it helps create new perspectives based on light and truth. It recalls to memory spiritual understanding, gifts, wisdom, and knowledge that the soul brought into the world. That's powerful, you guys. It is a powerful cleanser of spiritual darkness. Frankincense assists pulling the scales of darkness from the eyes, the barriers from the mind, and the walls from the heart. So this is a good one that you can even be putting on your heart as you're feeling all of these things. Like, it's interesting, the last few days I've struggled with these really negative thoughts just of gloom and doom and fear and negativity and like, you know, how did that horrible experience happen to me? And why do things bad happen anyways? And all of those things, but, you know, taking it personal almost, you know, and it supports creating a healthy attachment with one's father. Okay, this is a new one. So my dad passed away right after we got married. And when I read that for the first time, I thought, oh, that's weird. But I had some experiences with using frankincense and feeling that connection, not just to my earthly father, but my heavenly father. Like when you can open up to the possibility of being connected in that way, it's a pretty powerful experience. It assists in spiritual awakening and helps an individual feel the love of the divine. When one has felt abandoned or forgotten, frankincense reminds them that they are loved and protected. While this oil is incredibly powerful, it is also gentle, like a loving father who guides, nurtures, and protects. And you guys, I know it might be weird to use all this symbolism and this, what's that called? Personification with an oil, like giving it like human attributes. But what this book is, it's the emotional, your guide to process, release, and live free. So many of us are trapped inside of our own head, and you could have the best life ever and not even experience it because you're not living here in the now. And so when you're using these essential oils, you are literally helping to remove the past worry, the future worry, right? Like past regrets, future worries, because that's how we process things. And it helps you to sit here right in the now, okay? So the negative emotions, if we're going quick, abandoned, spiritually disconnected, distant from Father, unprotected, spiritual darkness, misaligned. And the positive properties are enlightened, loved, protected, wisdom, discerning, spiritually open, and connected to Father. Okay, so this one, as far as skin goes, you just roll it on your face, on your neck, on your stretch marks. It does amazing, amazing things for stretch marks, you guys. Also, things that are any kind of skin issue you can imagine, frankincense. All right, now we're going to move on to Neroli. Okay, this is the bedroom oil. This is a pretty intoxicating smell. It is very flowery, very sexy, very like, ooh, come hither, you know, like it's one of those oils when I put that on, I mean, my hubby was like all about it because it made me feel beautiful. And they used to take these neroli flowers and they would sprinkle them on the beds of newlyweds. And so, because what it helps to do is it helps, like a flower, helps you to open up and be more sexually available and in the mood. Because a lot of times we're going in our head so much that we forget that we are also sensual beings, and we have this capacity to create love and create human life through that creation process. And so with neroli, I always teased my friend about this. I would always tease like, oh my gosh, I should name my kid Neroli because that's how she came into the world. And this oil is so breathtaking, you guys. It is a phenomenal way to connect. And so how I use neroli, and it comes in a touch, same thing, neck, and it would be useful to use frankincense and neroli because the first one, frankincense, you're getting rid of all the lies and deception, which, oh, I'm not enough, I don't want to be naked. You guys, like, how can you enjoy a sensual experience if you're not okay with your body? And I've experienced it both ways, you know, and confidence is so key. And so with neroli, that is one that it smells beautiful and it helps you to feel beautiful. It's also really good for the skin. So I'll read to you some of those things it's good for. Scar tissue and stretch marks. So you guys, frankincense and neroli on your stretch marks. It's good for a pure perfume. Remember, throw your perfume away like it's so bad for you. Total hormone disruptor. Cramps and spasms, emotional exhaustion, nervousness, depression, skin regeneration. And so neroli on the physical level is going to be really helpful for all those skin and emotions. Okay, hold on. I just lost my neroli. Okay. So shared purpose and partnership. So this is the bedroom oil. Like we legit use this all the time during bedroom time. And I know that might be like weird for some of you to know. I don't care. Because if it helps you create a good connection to your spouse, it's totally worth it. And it's one of those things where Like, put it on him, put it on you. You will notice a difference. You will notice a difference, okay? So neroli is a unifying and stabilizing oil. It is particularly helpful for calming troubled hearts in relationship conflict. So let's just say you have no desire at all, and that part of you has been cut off. Like, you're just not feeling it. Start wearing this over your heart and see what happens. Its influence promotes harmony in the changing dynamics of long-term relationships. So marriage partners, ongoing partnerships require acceptance and growth. Over time, perceived weaknesses in others come into full view. And as a result, individuals can grow bitter, frustrated, unsympathetic, and create emotional distance from people they once loved and cherished. This is so huge. If left unchecked, these feelings can grow into dysfunctional and destructive thoughts and behaviors. Perceived stagnation in a relationship can cause despair and apathy and feed the desire to blame, punish, or escape. Alternatively, neroli invites individuals to develop character traits of fidelity, empathy, and patience, forgiveness, and resilience to ease these relationship challenges. All right, here's the sexual intimacy part. Neroli assists with the positive evolution of sexual intimacy between individuals who have been together long enough to experience significant contrast in their sexual relationships. So if you've been in a relationship where you've had babies, I mean, having a child like really changes the dynamic because your body is healing. You're not all in sexy mode. You're in protect your body mode, right? And then he's feeling distanced. He's feeling unloved. And because that's a huge form of connection for both of you. And so you've gone through all of these different things. So this is really a big deal. It symbolizes the fleeting beauty of spring blossoms and honors the long-lasting creation cycle in the life of the tree. Neroli aids in realizing deeper states of connection in the intimate moments. It also encourages individuals to address the emotional barriers that impede healthy sexual expression and connection. It gently reminds that sexual unity is a key aspect of relationship happiness and to take the time to nurture the process. And it makes it really fun because you smell really good. Neroli teaches that unity blossoms from adaptation, cooperation, tolerance, perseverance, and kindness. Okay, so the negative emotions in the quick guide is feeling conflicted, restless, impatient, bitter, frustrated, unsympathetic, disloyal, dispassionate, sexual inhibition, aloof, unkind, stagnant, blaming, escapism. And the positive properties are patient, empathetic, kind, tolerant, fidelity, calm, intimate, sexual desire, resilient, cooperative, and committed. So these are always in my bedroom. I'm not going to lie. I am so excited that these are a BOGO today. I already got my BOGO box yesterday. Sorry, they're sold out. But you can still get the neroli and the frankincense. And I mean, they might be considered pricier oils, but they are well worth their weight in gold. Because when you understand that the quality of your life depends on the quality of your emotions, and it's like, I remember at one point being like, wow, it was such a shift for me emotionally to have these in my life that it was like, well, it's either that or Prozac. And I couldn't go down that path because my mom had all these issues with prescription drugs. I wouldn't do that. But yet, what do I do? And so for me, this is such a gift that's why I'm like putting this out there. I want you guys to have these tools because I love having these tools. I love being able to know I have this amazing, toolbox that I can use anytime I have things come up. And it's not just so you don't have to feel things. It's so that it creates that connection. It creates more love, more connection. And it gives you this incredible way to be a better version of yourself on your face, in the bedroom and all that. And not just like the beauty part of it, right? Not just like so you look hot. This is so that you feel like you are the beautiful soul that you are. So that you feel God's love for you, so that it like provides a path. I don't know how else to describe it. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. This is way longer than I thought. Look, I did my makeup so cute today. Isn't that fun? So have a great day, you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.